Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic. The 1983 pennant race. Final week is on the air. I don't know why I put pennant race, but it's actually final week. Today's date is September 27th, 1983. We got a big game here at Memorial Stadium between the Detroit Tigers and the Baltimore Orioles. The Tigers come into this game a record of 91-65. The Orioles are 93-62. Let's have a look at the standings as of today. In the American League East, the New York Yankees have clinched home field throughout the playoffs. They are the number one seed overall. The Baltimore Orioles are in second, 2.5 games back ahead of Detroit for third. The Tigers hold a 2-game lead on the Brewers for third. So a win today for Detroit can move them to within a game and a half of the Orioles tonight. In the American League West, the Chicago White Sox have clinched that division. They are the number 2 seed in the American League. The Rangers are 2 games above 500. They still got, all they got to do is get to 82 wins and they'll get in. The Oakland Athletics, however, today, 76-80. A loss by the Athletics tonight. They will be out. In the National League East, the Montreal Expos and the Philadelphia Phillies have clinched the postseason. They are both in. But the Expos have a 3-game lead on the Phillies for the number 1 seed in the championship in the National League East. The National League West, the Braves have clinched that division. They are the number 2 seed, but they're only a game back of the Expos for the number 1 seed in the National League. We got a big log jam in that division, though. San Diego, Los Angeles, and the Astros. Only a half game, all right, separates 3 teams from 2 playoff spots. They still have not qualified for the playoffs yet. They all got to get to at least 82 wins. So the Astros need 4 more wins. The Padres and Dodgers need 3 more wins. And, of course, they got to get in there. That is the state of the league for the postseason. Ben Witt, Steeler fan, and Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at Memorial Stadium. The Tigers historically won this game. They crushed the Orioles 9-2. They had 14 hits and no errors. The Orioles had 6 hits and no errors. But we'll see what Fall Classic has to say for tonight. I'm glad you guys gave me the night off last night. I had a wonderful time at spring training watching my Mets and the Nationals. It was not a happy recap. The Mets did not get the win last night, but it was always a fun game to play. Go watch. I always watch at least one spring training game a year. I actually left after about midway through the 7th inning. I was very tired, and I decided to come on home. I really prefer day games. I do not like night games, especially after a day that I work. So next year I'm going to really do my best to try to get a day game. I really prefer day games. I have more energy for that. But thank you there, Mr. Witz. But let's get back to some baseball here. We're in the middle. We're at the early stages of the final week of this season, and anything can still happen in 1983. Let's get to the night's game. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Scott McGregor. He is going to be a B pitcher tonight. 18 wins, 7 losses, a 122 whip. He will get the call for the Orioles today. So we're all set and ready to go. Tigers trying to catch the Orioles, only 2.5 back of third, but the Tigers also only are 2 games ahead of Milwaukee with lots of very good 10-minute ticker coming up. So it's time to play some serious baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers will be the second baseman, Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame with Trammell. 320 average, 12 homers, 72 RBIs, and 83. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. Fall Classic Baseball. Really going to join this game even more as I play it. Fast action cards are off to the side when we need them. Let's see what happens tonight. Let's go to the first pitch. 24. That's going to be a ground ball hit to short. An easy play for Cal Ripken. And he will throw to first for out number 1. That will bring up the shortstop, Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer, needs Whitaker in there. 319 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs that year. Pitch from McGregor. 12. And that's going to be a walk. And Trammell has a chance to steal 2 bases. We'll see if he does it. So a walk given up by McGregor. And let's see. He has a double X here. So that means double plus, which means he could try to steal. He had 30 steals that year. So let's see what he does. McGregor has an average arm. And the first thing we got to do is see if he gets the jump. But let's also get the next batter up. And that will bring up Larry Herndon. He's in left field tonight. 302 average, 20 homers, 92 RBIs. His hit and run rating is a C, so we'll see what happens here. McGregor will try to get, Trammell will try to get the jump. McGregor is a lefty. So, and an average arm, so a 1-3, Trammell won't get it, and he does get the jump, and he's going to go. 15, and the catcher, Joe Nolan for the Orioles. He has a weak arm. So a 1-17 for Trammell to steal. And he will, and it's a possible error on Nolan. His error rating is a 2. He won't make an error. Trammell will be safe at second with a stolen base. If he did not get the jump, I would have probably tried to see if a hit and run would have been called. So Trammell on at second now. Now, remember, that's a 2+. He tries to maybe steal third. Why not? Again, McGregor, a weak arm. An average arm to try to steal on him. A 1-3, Trammell does not get the jump. He will get the jump, and he's going to try to steal third. Trammell on his way to third base. A 1-17, he's safe. And he is. Trammell will go ahead and steal 2 bases, and that is 2 stolen bases for Trammell. And now he'll hold the third. 1 out. The infield's actually going to play in now, even though there is 1 out here. McGregor will pitch to Herndon. 1-5 and 15. That's going to be an out, and that is going to be a ground. That's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be an out X, but there's not a runner on third. So that means we got to see what kind of an out it is, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. If playing in INS rule, so it's going to be a single past the fielder, and the runners are going to advance a base. So Trammell's going to come in and score as Herndon will hit it past, even with the infield in, and the Tigers get a quick 1-0 lead. So Herndon will get an RBI single for there. And now we'll see the catcher, Lance Parrish, a 269 average, 27 homers, 114 RBIs. John Haverly joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Pitch from McGregor. 25, that's going to be an out. And let's see what kind of out's going to be. It's going to be a fly out to center field. And Herndon's going to go ahead and stay where he is. And that'll be caught by Al Bunbury, and that is out number 2. Next up is the Detroit designated hitter, John Wockenfuss. Perhaps one of the greatest names ever. 269 average, 9 homers, 44 RBIs, and 83. Herndon on at first. Pitch from McGregor, 31. That's a range play, 31 is what I call it. And that is going to be hit to center. That is going to be a range play to the third baseman, and that's going to be Cruz. Cruz is going after it. His range is a 12, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be a base hit. Herndon will go ahead and go automatically to third with 2 outs, and it will be a single. So single for Wockenfuss as the third baseman Cruz could not make the play. And now with 2 outs and runners of the corners, here's the first baseman, Enos Cabell. 311 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. 2 outs here already, 1-0 Tigers. Pitch on the way, 42, and that is going to be an out, and it will be a hard line drive right to left. Johnny Lowenstein will go ahead and get it and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, a couple of steals, and a walk. And the Tigers have got out in front pretty quick here as we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight, Hall of Famer Jack Morris. Yeah, I'll give it to him. He is an A pitcher tonight. 20 wins, 13 losses, a 116 whip. David Vega joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the Orioles will be the center fielder, Al Bumbry. 275 average, 3 homers, 31 RBIs in 83. 1-0 Tigers already. Pitch from Morris, 51, possible strikeout, 12 is a no. So now it's a possible error on the third baseman, and that is hit to Tom Brookins. His error rating is a 10. And he's going to make an error. He's going to bobble it and drop it, and Bumbry's going to be safe. That'll be an E5. First error on the Tigers. They didn't have any in the game historically, but Brookins will make an error there. And now here's the right fielder, Jim Hairdwyer. 286 average, 8 homers, 38 RBIs that year. Bumbry on at first. Morris looking at Brookins, say, hey, man, can you play third base tonight? It would really be a big help. Morris, 55. That's going to be a double for Jim Dwyer. Hits one hard, and that will be a double. And that's going to be a double to left field. Al Bumbry will score if it's a weak or an average arm in left field. That is Herndon. He has an average arm. This game is tied. Dwyer will hold at second base. Bumbry will score. We're tied at 1. So the Tigers do get hurt with the error on an RBI double by Dwyer. And now the shortstop, Hall of Famer Cal Ripken. Yeah, Iron Man himself. 318 average, 27 homers, 102 RBIs in 83. Dwyer on at second. Already a 1-1 tie. Pitch underway, 62, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's going to be the first strikeout from Morris. He had 232 of them in 83. He was throwing some good heat. Here's the first baseman, Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. No doubt in my mind. 306 average, 33 homers, 111 RBIs that year. Dwyer on at second. Pitch from Morris, 25. That's going to be an out, and it will be a ground out to the pitcher. The runner will hold at second base, and the batter will be out. So he goes ahead and sends Dwyer back to second, but the throw will go to first to get Murray, and that's a second out. Here's the left fielder, John Let It Be Lowenstein. 281 average, 15 homers, 60 RBIs that year. Dwyer still on at second. We got a 1-1 tie here in the first. Pitch coming up. And 13. That's going to be an out. Grounded to third. And Brookins will have no problem with that play. And he will throw it over to first and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. We're tied at 1 after 1. Everything's about ones. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Tigers will be maybe one of the more underrated players in history. Center fielder, Chet Lemon. 255 average, 24 homers, 69 RBIs in 83. Doug Hunt and Captain Carl Eight joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Pitch from McGregor, 21. Strikeout, 1-9. That's a 19. It won't be a strikeout, but it will be a flyout, and it's going to hit the Dwyer. And that'll be a fly out to right for out number 1. Here's the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. 268 average, 11 homers, 65 RBIs. McGregor, he will pitch. 44, base hit. Wilson will smack one down the pass first, and Wilson will have a single. His first hit of the game. And now a player that I still feel the Tigers really didn't give much love to, and that's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. 214 average, 6 homers, 32 RBIs. Really couldn't hit, but he could field. Wilson on it first. McGregor will pitch. And 12, that's going to be an out. And that is going to be a fly out to right field. Wilson, of course, will stay back. That is going to be caught by Dwyer, and that's out number 2. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 1. Wilson on base. McGregor will pitch. 24, and that's going to be an out. It's grounded to first base. Murray's got it. McGregor will come on over, and Murray's going to flick it to him, and that'll retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Tigers, and we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Orioles will be their designated hitter, Ken Singleton. 276 average, 18 homers, 64 RBIs, and 83. Morris, 16. That's going to be an out, and that is going to be a ground ball. That'll be a grounder to first base. Easily picked up by Cabell. He'll take it himself, and that's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Joe Nolan. He's catching tonight instead of Rick Dempsey. A 277 average, 5 homers, 24 RBIs in 73 games played for the O's that year. That's not bad. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Memorial Stadium. My game was just fine, Doug Hunt. We didn't get the happy recap, but it's always fun to go to a spring training game. Morris will pitch. 13, that's an out. It's grounded to short. Easy play for Trammell. And Trammell over to first, 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Todd Cruz. 208 average, 3 homers, 27 RBIs. Morris, he'll deal. 26 against the lefty would be a base hit. Morris is a righty. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to center, and Lemon's going to get to that, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the O's. Tied at 1 after 2 in this huge game in the American League East in this final week. Yeah, I had a great time. I had a very good time at the field. I always have a great time when I go to a baseball game. The crowds can be a little bit rambunctious sometimes, but I always have a great time. But I only really go to 1 ball game a year. That's enough. I can watch the rest on the tube. Top of the third, leading off for the Tigers will be Alan Trammell. He walked, stole a base, actually stole 2 bases and scored. McGregor will go ahead and pitch. 32, he's a B pitcher, and that's going to be an out. It's grounded to first. Eddie Murray will take it to the bag himself for the out, 1 down. Here comes Herndon. Herndon singled his first time up. Pitch from McGregor. 34, that's a base hit. Herndon will go ahead and smack one right into center, and he has the second hit of the game. So a nice hit for Herndon. It will now bring up Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1. McGregor is a B pitcher tonight. Morris is an A pitcher for this game. So Herndon on it first. McGregor, he'll pitch. 11, and that's going to be an out. Let's see. And it will be a fly out to left field. And that's an easy play for Lowenstein. And he'll come in and grab it. And that's out number 2. Here's Wockenfuss. He got a single his first time up. Herndon on it first. Tied at 1 here, bottom of the third in this big game in the final week. McGregor will pitch. It's 56, and that's going to be a cold strike 3 on Wockenfuss. And the inning is over. That is the first K for McGregor. He only had 86 strikeouts that year. And the side is retired. No runs and a hit. Bottom of the third coming up. Leading off for the Orioles will be the second baseman, Rich Dower. 235 average, 5 homers, 41 RBIs, and 83. Morris, he'll pitch. 23, and that's an out. It's a hit fly ball to center field. Coming in is Chet Lemon, and he will get it for out number 1. Next up is Bunbury. Bunbury reached on an error his first time up. Pitch from Morris. 61, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll go ahead and get Bunbury on that. And that's the second K for the Cat. And now here's Washer and Dwyer. And he got a double his first time up. Morris, he'll go ahead and pitch. 63, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Nice job by Morris. That's the third strikeout for him. And 1, 2, 3 go the O's. Still tied at 1 after 3. We go to the fourth. And Enos Cabell leads off for the Cats, and he's 0 for 1. Phoenix Knight joins us here at Memorial Stadium. McGregor will go ahead and pitch. And that's an 11. It's a base hit. Cabell will get a single as he smacks one into right field. Nice hit for him. And Cabell has his first hit of the game. Here's Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 1. Cabell on at first. Top of the fourth, tied at 1. Big game here between the Cats and the Blackbirds. Pitch from McGregor. 66. A 1 to 17's a home run. That's a 3. And that's going to be good enough. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Chet Lemon. Stadium groans. McGregor pitches a lemon to Lemon, and he turns it into lemonade. It's 3-1 Tigers. Wow, what a blast by Lemon as he went ahead and sent that one out pretty quick there at Memorial Stadium. And that was a hard-hit ball there, 3-1 Tigers. Here's Wilson. Wilson got a base hit his first time up. McGregor, he'll go ahead and pitch. 21, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll get Wilson. That's a second K for McGregor, and that's 1 down. Here's Brookins. Brookie is 0 for 1. McGregor, he'll go ahead and pitch. 55, that's going to be a base hit for Brookins. Brookins will get himself a single and a steal chance. And there is 1 out. Brookins may try to make the play here. So Brookins did get the single. And his stolen base rating is 14. He had 10 of them. Let's see if he tries. Let's see if he tries here. Let's see. McGregor has an average arm. So Brookins, and he is a lefty. So a 1 to 3, Brookins does not get the jump. And he does not get the jump. Now, I should have brought on the batter first. That's Whitaker. Whitaker has a hit and run rating of B. I have not done a hit and run yet for him for Fall Classic. So in this case, is a B. So I'm going to roll a decider die and see if they try the hit and run. I've not done one in this game. And yes, the hit and run is on. So what you do is you roll off the hit and run chart. It's actually very simple. So we're going to try a hit and run with Whitaker and Brookins. And that's a 6, that's a 12, and fly out right field. Roll again. If D6 totals 2, 11, 12, then runner on first cannot get back in time. So with 2, 11, or 12, Brookins doubled off. No, he'll get back. So Whitaker flies out to right, and that's going to be out number 2. And if wondering what chart we use for the hit and run, it is this right here. That's the hit and run chart. Pretty simple. That's the one thing that did simplify was hit and runs. But that's going to be out number 2. Here's Trammell. I'm going to fly out to right. Trammell is 0 for 1 with a walk. And now 2 outs. McGregor. Brookins may try again to steal, but not with 2 outs. Pitch from McGregor. And 36, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Bunbury's going to go ahead and get that and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, a 2-run bomb by Chet Lemon. 3-1 going in the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the O's, will be Cal Ripken. He is 0 for 1. 3-1 Tigers. Tigers trying to catch the Orioles. The New York Yankees have already clinched home field throughout the entire postseason. Figure that out. But once again, I roll an 80. I do a 1980s replay, and the Yankees are once again in the postseason. And they've won 2 World Series. Morris, 32. That's an out. It's a fly ball to center. And that'll be handled there by Lemon. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Murray. Murray is 0 for 1. Morris, 11, and he walked him. So Murray will draw a walk, and he'll trot to first. Murray will stay there. It'll bring up Lowenstein. Lowenstein's 0 for 1. Morris looking in on Lowenstein. Fans here at Memorial Stadium now trying to see if the O's can at least make the postseason. Morris, 41, and that's ball 4. He'll walk him, and now runners at first and second. And now 2 consecutive walks, and here's a chance for Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Murray on it second, Lowenstein on it first. Morris will pitch. 41, and that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And they're going to go talk to Morris again on that and say he's just walked. You just walked all 3 batters, and now the Orioles got something really going on. 3 consecutive walks given up by Jack Morris, and the bases are full of birds. The batter is Nolan, and Nolan is 0 for 1. The infield's going to stay back. They're going to try to turn 2. Bases are full of blackbirds. Morris will pitch to Nolan. He walked, the bases loaded. And the fans here at Memorial Stadium suddenly excited. Morris will pitch. And again, it's another walk, and then he walks in a run. Four straight walks by Morris. 3 straight 41 rolls. And it's now 3-2. So now the Orioles still have bases loaded, but a run comes in. RBI for Nolan. And now the batter is Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. But right now, Morris can't find the strike zone. 4 straight walks by Jack Morris. Tigers not doing anything yet in the bullpen. It's very early. Morris is going to go ahead and deal. 66, that's going to be trouble. A 1-3 is a triple. That's going to be a double for Cruz, and those walks are going to hurt him. And that's going to be a double to center field. Lowenstein will score. Singleton will score. Joe Nolan, fast or slow runner holds, average runner can risk. Nolan is going to hold at third. He's not going to risk. Cruz will hold at second. The Orioles take a 4-3 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Cruz with a 2 RBI double to bring in 2 runs. And now it's 4-3 Orioles, as those walks have really hurt the Tigers in this one. And the batter now is Dower. Dower's 0 for 1. Tigers now down by a run here. They're going to, Nolan, average runner at best. They're going to play the infield in. So Morris is going to pitch here to Dower. And that's going to be a base hit. It's a single, 55, and Nolan will come in to score. Todd Cruz. We know, let's see what he does. It's a base hit to center field. Second to home assist. Batter to second. Center fielder for the Tigers is Lemon. His assist rating is a 3. So a 1-3, Cruz will be out. And he is. What a throw by Chet Lemon. He throws Cruz out at the plate. Dower is safe at second, but it's 5-3 with 2 outs. So they do get a run, but Cruz is out trying to get there. It'll be a double for Dower, but now it's 5-3. And now they're checking on Jack Morris to see maybe if he's injured or something like that. There are now 2 outs with the play made at the plate. The batter is Bunbury, as the Orioles have put a 4 spot on the board here in this game, in this inning. Now 5-3 Orioles. Dower on at second. The fans here at Memorial Stadium now enjoying the game. Morris with the pitch. 36. That's going to end the inning finally. That's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Trammell. Trammell will throw to first and retire the side. 4 runs, 2 hits, and 4 bases on balls. Rough inning from Morris. 5-3 Orioles now after 4. And that does kind of show you that sometimes you can be an A pitcher in this game and still not have it. Especially if the dice come up like that. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Tigers will be Larry Herndon, and he's 2 for 2. McGregor now has a 5-3 lead to work with here in the top of the 5th. Pitch from McGregor, 61, and that is going to be an out. It's grounded to third. Handled there by Cruz. And the throw to first, out number 1. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. McGregor, he'll deal. 36, that's going to be an out, and it will be a hard line drive right to right. Easy play for Dwyer. And that is out number 2. And now Walkenfuss. Walkenfuss is 1 for 2 with a single. McGregor, he'll pitch. 66. 1-10's a home run. That's a 5, and that ball is gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Johnny Walkenfuss. And the Tigers will get one back. And now make it a 5-4 ball game. As Walkenfuss gets a hold of one. McGregor pitches him a grapefruit. He turns that into fruit salad. Now 5-4. And here's Cabell. Cabell is 1 for 2. Now 5-4 ball game here, top of the 5th. McGregor, he'll pitch. And 35, it's a base hit. And Cabell will smack one right into center. And the inning will continue. Cabell with the second hit of the ball game. The next batter is Lemon. Lemon hit a 2-run bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Fans here at Memorial Stadium now see McGregor give up a home run here to Walkenfuss. It's 5-4, still in favor of the Orioles. Pitch underway, 32, and that is going to be an out. It's a comebacker right back to McGregor. He'll take it. He'll throw to first and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by Johnny Walkenfuss. It's 5-4 now going into the bottom of the 5th. Jim Dwyer leads off for the Blackbirds. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Morris will go ahead and pitch, see if he can have a better inning. 31. That's a range play, and they're going to make that is going to be a range right back to Morris. Morris's range is a 9. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Dwyer will hit it past Morris, and that will be a single. So a leadoff base hit for Dwyer. His second hit of the game. Here's Ripken. Ripken is 0 for 2. Dwyer on it first. Morris will pitch. And 33, base hit for Ripken. That is a single, and it's a base hit to center field. Fast runner to third. Dwyer does have speed. He'll get to third, and once again, the Orioles are now getting some hits. Ripken gets his first hit of the game. It'll now bring up Murray. Murray is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield is going to play. They're going to play back and try to turn maybe 2 outs. Murray does hit into some double plays, even though it's 5-4 in favor of the O's. Morris looking in on Morris, and Morris will pitch. Morris looking on Morris. That made no sense. 54, that's off the 54 chart, and that's a possible wild pitch or pass ball. Refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating if a 3, and Morris is a 1-18. That is a wild pitch, and a run will score. Stadium cheers. Yay! Dwyer will walk on home on a wild pitch by Morris, and it's now 6-4. As Ripken advances to second base on the wild pitch. First wild pitch by Morris. And now they'll do it again. Morris will pitch to Murray. And 14, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be an out, and he is hitting from the left side, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Ripken will advance to third easily. So he goes to third. Murray is out, and that's 1 away. Round out to second. Here's Lowenstein. Lowenstein is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield playing in again. 6-4 Orioles. Morris looking in at Lowenstein. Here comes the deal. And 11, and that is a walk. 1-12. That's a 4, and it is a walk. And a possible steal by Lowenstein. That's the 5th walk given up by Morris. So another walk by Lowenstein, a walk to Lowenstein here. Runners in the corners for Singleton. Infield will kneel play back a double play depth. Lowenstein gets the steal sign, but he's not going to go here. So Ripken on at third, Lowenstein on at first, and Morris will go ahead and pitch to Singleton. 32, that will be an out. And it will be a pop out to the catcher. And that is going to be grabbed by Parrish. That's out number 2. That's actually a big pop out. I could have easily brought someone in. So a pop out to the catcher. 2 away. Here's Nolan. And Nolan is 0 for 1 with a walk. As XSG2 joins us here at Memorial Stadium. And he says, just give the Yankees the ring. It would not surprise me if they win this whole thing. I played 3 80s replays. 81, 85, 88. The Yankees won 81 and 88. They did not win 85. And there is somebody in the chat who knows who won the 85 World Series. Morris will pitch. 44, it's a base hit for Joe Nolan, and another run will score. Ripken will come in. And that is going to be a base hit to right field. Fast runner advance. Others can risk. Right fielder is Wilson. He has a strong arm. Lowenstein's going to hold it second. But it's now 7-4 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! And that's going to be it for Jack Morris. As they're going to yank him out of the game now. After what looking to be a promising game, and all of a sudden the Orioles now open up the floodgates. The next batter for the Orioles is Cruz. We'll see a new pitcher for the Tigers, as I knew that Steeler fan was in the chat somewhere. So a new pitcher coming in for Detroit, and they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Doug Bear. 7 wins, 3 losses, 4 saves, and 127 whip. So right now, Morris has the L, and Bear coming in, and he's going to be a B pitcher. So Bear will come in to pitch now. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th now, 7-4 O's. Cruz is 1 for 2. Doug Bear will now pitch to Cruz. And 64, and that will be an out. That's a fly ball to right field. Easy play for Glenn Wilson. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. The Orioles have a 7-4 lead here after 5. The Tigers historically won this game 9-2, and so for right now, Fall Classic says it's not going to go the way that you think. We go to the top of the sixth, and timeout for 1 moment. Sometimes you got to get a quick drink. Top of the sixth, 7-4 O's. Leading off for the Tigers will be Glenn Wilson, and he is 1 for 2 with a single. McGregor now has a 3-run lead to work with. 31, that's a range play, and that's going to be a range play to third, range play single, and that is hit to Cruz. Cruz wasn't too bad. His range is a 12, but he's not getting that. It's going to be a base hit. Wilson will get the single as Cruz couldn't get to it. So Wilson there gets a hit. Next batter is Brookins. Brookins is 1 for 2. McGregor looks in on Brookins. Pitch coming. 46. That's off the ballpark. That's an 11. Brookins is a righty, and that's going to be a foul out to first base. Murray's going to go into foul territory, and he's going to make the catch. It's out number 1. That's a pop out to first. Pop out to first. Foul out, really. And 1 away. Here comes Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 3, having a rough game so far. Wilson, he'll go ahead. He'll go ahead and pitch. McGregor, 11. A 1 to 16 is a base hit. That's a 10. It's a single. Base hit for Whitaker, and it's hit to center field. Wilson's going to hold at second base. Whitaker will get to first. And now the Tigers got something going on here in this inning. First hit of the game for Whitaker. It'll bring up Trammell. Trammell 0 for 2 with a walk. 1 out, top of the sixth, 7-4 O's. Wilson at second, Whitaker at first. McGregor, 66, 1-5 homer, 6-8 triple. That's a 17. It's a double for Alan Trammell. Wilson will come in to score. And that's going to be a double to left field. Scores on a weak or average arm in left field. Left field for the Orioles is Lowenstein. He has a weak arm. Whitaker's going to come around from first. He will score. Trammell holds it second. 7-6. Stadium groans. A 2 RBI double by Alan Trammell. And now we got a 7-6 ball game here at Memorial Stadium. With still 1 out in the top of the sixth. Here's Herndon. Herndon is 2 for 3. Trammell on at second. McGregor will deal with Herndon. Now a 7-6 ball game. Orioles bullpen now warming up. Trammell will go ahead and pitch. 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a big K for McGregor. That's his third, and that's 2 outs. Gets Herndon to strike out. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 3. McGregor taking a look in on Parrish. The fans here at Memorial Stadium would like McGregor to finish this inning. 53, possible strikeout. The 6 is a no. Now it's a range play. And it's going to be a range play into center field for a possible single. Center fielder is Al Bunbury. He was okay. His range is an 8. But he's not going to get it. It's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to be a single plus. That is a single plus. Batter safe at first. Runners advance 2 bases. Trammell comes around from second. He will score. We're tied at 7. Stadium groans. RBI single by Parrish, and we're tied at 7. No lead is safe on RJL Network. And now the batter is Walkenfuss. Walkenfuss, 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. 2 outs now. They really want McGregor to finish out this inning. He is not tired yet, but almost. He can face 33 batters before he's faced 31. They'd like him to finish this inning out. Bottom of the 6th here, 7-7 tie now. And now the batter will go to Walkenfuss. They're going to let McGregor pitch to him. Parrish on at first, 2 outs. Pitch from McGregor. 66. A 1-10's a home run. That's an 8. And Walkenfuss just went yard for the second time in the ball game. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to center field. Bunbury looking up, and it's gone. Home run, Johnny Walkenfuss. His second bomb of the game. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Walkenfuss hits another bomb, and now they're asking, why did you let McGregor pitch to him? And that is it for McGregor. Now 9-7. As there's the 9 runs the Tigers got in the ball game historically. McGregor's done. That'll be it for that. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Orioles as now Morris leaves off the hook. McGregor's going to leave with the L. And let's see who the Orioles are going to bring in to pitch. And they're going to go with, coming on to pitch will be Sammy Stewart. 9 wins, 4 losses, 7 saves, a 142 whip. And he's going to be an A pitcher. So Stewart will be an A pitcher here as he'll come on to pitch for the O's. He can pitch to 14 batters. So Sammy Stewart, the new Orioles pitcher. Cabell is the batter here. 2 outs. Now 9-7 Tigers. Stewart will pitch. 16, and that's an out. It's a fly to right field. Easy play for Dwyer. And he will make the catch and retire the side. 5 runs, 4 hits. A 2-run bomb by Johnny Walkenfuss, his second homer of the game. It's 9-7 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Must have been a fluffy cat decision. Yep, had to have been a decision. Had to be a decision with that had to involve the fluffy cat. Gotta be. Rich Dower leads off for the O's. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Bear will stay on the mound for the Cats. Now 9-7 in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Bear. 62, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll go. Actually, no. Dower has an out. That's going to be a ground out to second instead. Dower didn't strike out that much. You have a 62 or 63. He only struck out 29 times. So that actually is going to be a ground out to second instead. And it's out number 1. Still an out. So we'll ground out to second. Next batter is Bunbury. Bunbury is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Pitch from Bear. 54, and that is bases empty wild chart. Fly ball, right field. Roll for error rating for an error. Right fielder for the Tigers is Wilson. His error rating is a 3. He won't make an error. That's going to be a fly out, and he'll be out number 2. Fly out to right as Glenn Wilson will make the catch. Second out of the inning. And now Dwyer. Dwyer 2 for 3, a single and a double. Bear looking on here. 9-7 Tigers. 44, a That's a 15. That's going to be a base hit for Dwyer. Dwyer will get himself a single and keep the inning going. That's the third hit of the game for Jim Dwyer. And here's the Iron Man, and he's 1 for 3. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Tigers and the Orioles locked in mortal combat here, 9-7. Pitch from Bear, 25. That'll be an out. It's a fly to left field. Herndon will get to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. 9-7 Cats after 7. After 6. And this very big game here in the American League East. As we go to the top of the 7th, the Tigers are 2.5 back of the Orioles for second place. The Tigers are 2 games ahead of the Brewers for third. And of course, 10-minute ticker can always mean a lot. As we now go to the top of the 7th, Stewart will stay in the game. And here's Chet Lemon. Lemon 1 for 3 with a bomb. Stewart will pitch. 24, hit by pitch. 1-7, -2 makes that a 5. That's a 16. It's not a hit by pitch. It's going to be a grounder to short. Ripken will get to that, and he'll throw it over to first for the out. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Pitch from Stewart. 62, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Stewart had 95 strikeouts in 83. Here's Brookie. Brookins is 1 for 3. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping Stewart can keep the O's back in this game as they've seen a roller coaster ride. Pitch from Stewart, 45, and that will be, he is an A pitcher, and that's going to be an out. And it will be a grounder to second base. Up with it is Dower. He'll take care of it. Toss it over to first. And for the first time in the ball game, the Detroit Tigers are retired in order. But they have a 9-7 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game, and we'll decide what our next game will be after the ticker with your guys' help. Gingerbeard 327 joins us here at Memorial Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th here, 9-7 Tigers. Doug Bear, he is going to stay out there. He's going to pitch another inning. Eddie Murray will lead off for the O's. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Bear will go ahead and pitch. And 55, that's a double for Murray. Murray leads off with a smack double into center field. So a leadoff hit for the O's. And a big run at second base. And now here's Lowenstein. Lowenstein is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Bear looking in on Lowenstein. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a hit. Pitch, 26 against a righty. It's a base hit. And he is a righty. That's going to be a single for Lowenstein. And it's going to be a base hit to left field. Second to home, fast runner, average runner score. Murray is an average runner. He will score. It's 9-8. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single for Lowenstein. And now it's a 9-8 ball game. The next batter is Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 2 with a walk. Lowenstein on it first. Now 9-8 today in this ball game. Bear will pitch to Singleton. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. 62, and that is going to be a strikeout. He'll go ahead and get Singleton, and that's a K for Bear. He only had 39 of them that year. Out number 1, here's Nolan. Nolan will bat. Nolan is 1 for 2, a single, and walked. Tying run on at first base. Nolan getting ready for Bear. Bear's pitch. 62, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Nolan. 2 big Ks by Bear, 2 away. Cruz is next. Cruz is 1 for 3. Lowenstein on it first. Fans here at Memorial Stadium, they say they got to run. Now it's 9-8. Bear will pitch. 46, it's off the ballpark. That's a 7. Cruz is a righty, and it's going to be in the stands. Fouled away. Strike 1. Bear will try again. 26 against the lefty. It's a base hit. Bear's a righty. That is not going to be a base hit. That is going to be a fly ball straight away center. But Lemon's going to get there. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. The Orioles get closer. 9-8 after 7. Top of the 8th coming up. Sammy Stewart. He still has some left in the tank. And top of the order for the Tigers, here's Lou Whitaker. He is 1 for 3. Bears coming out, so the Tigers will definitely bring in a new pitcher for the bottom of the 8th. So we'll see what they do. Stewart will pitch here for the Orioles in this inning. 33, it's a base hit for Whitaker. Single for him. Whitaker also gets the steal sign. Whitaker, Stewart has an average arm. Whitaker had 17 steals out of 27 attempts. With a 13, you know what? I'm not going to steal with him. I'm going to let Trammell bat. Here's Trammell. Trammell is 1 for 3, a double and walked. Whitaker's not going to steal. He's going to stay put. You're only ahead by 1 run, and Trammell can definitely get some hits. Stewart, he'll go ahead and pitch. 11, and that's why you do that. That's why you don't steal. That's a base hit. Whitaker that will be a single for Trammell. Base hit to left field. A fast runner will get to third. Whitaker's an average runner. He'll hold it second. And the Tigers are in business with nobody out in the inning. Next batter is Herndon. And now they go talk to Stewart on the mound. See what they want to do with Stewart. Stewart is actually an A pitcher, but right now they're all coming off the batter cards. So now runners at first and second, no one out in the 8th. And Stewart is going to pitch to Herndon. Fans here at Memorial hoping for a good pitch. Nobody out, top of the 8th. Pitch from Stewart. 22, and that's a single for Herndon. It's a base hit. And it will be a base hit to right field. Second to home, fast runner advances, but a slower average holds. With 2 outs, there being an assist. There's not 2 outs. Whitaker will hold at third. The bases are full of cats. Three straight singles, and now here's Parrish. Parrish is 1 for 4. Parrish had 27 bombs that year. Stewart now in trouble, and they're going to let him pitch. Stewart's going to go ahead and pitch. One more double and Stewart goes to jail. Whitaker at third, Trammell at second, Herndon at first. A big chance for the Tigers here against the O's. Stewart will go ahead and pitch to Parrish. 36, and that is going to be an out. Now, the bases, I didn't say the infield was in, so because of that, the bases are it's going to be infield back. And that is going to be a pop out. Wow, that's a pop out to the shortstop. It wouldn't have mattered. It's a pop out to short. And getting under that is Ripken, and that is out number one. Wow, what a out that is. Nobody moves. Pop out to short, one down. And now here's Walkenfuss. Walkenfuss 3 for 4, a single and 2 bombs. Stewart will pitch to Walkenfuss. Orioles have not had a good day with him at the plate today. Bases are loaded, 1 out, top of the 8th. Stewart will pitch. 41, he walked him and a run scores. He goes ahead and walks Walkenfuss, and now it's 10-8 Tigers. Stadium groans. Tigers now have a 10-8 lead as he walks Walkenfuss, and that's going to be it for Stewart. So Stewart comes out of the game. Orioles will go to the bullpen. The next batter is Cabell. And the Orioles, they're going to go ahead and they're going to go with Tim Stoddard. 4 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves, a 164 whip. So Tim Stoddard will come on to pitch, and he's going to be a C pitcher. Ouch. So Stoddard will be a C for this game. Now it's 10-8 in favor of the Tigers. In a crazy game here at Memorial Stadium. Cabell is the batter. He's 2 for 4. We're in the top of the 8th. Huge game between the Tigers and the Orioles in the American League East. Stoddard's pitch. 36, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to right field. Runner on third, all advance. Runner on second, a fast runner advances. So Trammell will come in to score on the sacrifice fly. Herndon will go to third. It's 11-8 in favor of the Tigers. Stadium groans. So 2 outs, but a run does come in on the sacrifice fly. And Herndon moves over to third. Now it's 11-8. And here's Lemon. Lemon is 1 for 4. He has a bomb in the game. 2 outs, top of the 8th, 11-8 Tigers. Stoddard will go ahead and pitch. And 42, and that's ball 4. He walked him. So Stoddard goes ahead and walks Lemon. And once again, the bases are loaded. And here's Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Stoddard trying to get out of this jam. But the Tigers are making sure they get it. Tigers lead by 3 runs here at Memorial in this big game in the American League East. Stoddard will go ahead and pitch to Wilson. 52, possible strikeout. 18 says no. Now it's a possible error. And that is a possible 2-base error on the third baseman. That ball is hit to Cruz. His error rating is a 10. That's an 11. He will not make an error. What a play by Cruz. He'll take care of it. He's got it. Throws to first to get Wilson, and the inning is over. Wow, Cruz's error rating is a 10. That's an 11. He just misses an error. And that does end the inning, though. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and a sacrifice fly. 11-8 Tigers now going in the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Orioles is Rich Dower. He'll bat. He is 1 for 3. Tigers need a pitcher. And they're going to go with... Do you go with Aurelio Lopez now, or do you bring in a setup guy? I don't know. Ben Witz, do you go with Aurelio Lopez now and try to get a 6-out save, or go with someone else and save Lopez for the 9th? What do you think there, Ben or Chuck? What do you think? No, hold on Lopez. All right. So in that case, Dower, you got a righty and 2 lefties coming up. So they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Tigers is going to be Dave Gumpert. No wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, a 113 whip. And he is going to be an A pitcher. So Gumpert's going to be an A. Doug Bear, that means Doug Bear leaves with the W right now. Stewart right now has the L. So Dave Gumpert will come on to pitch for the Tigers. And he'll go up against Dower. Bottom of the 8th, 11-8. Pitch from Gumpert. 42. He's an 8 pitcher. That's going to be an out. It's hit in the center field. It'll be an easy play for Lemon. And that's out number 1. Here's Bunbury. Bunbury is 0 for 4, but reached on an error his first time up. Gumpert, he'll pitch. 23, that's an out. That's a hard hit line drive right to first, but that's glove guy Cabell, and that's out number 2. Cabell right there for make the play on the line out. Dwyer is next, and he's 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. Gumpert, he'll go ahead and pitch. 45, and that's gonna be an out, and it will be another line drive into right field, but right there, that's gonna be caught right there by Wilson, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 inning for Gumpert, 11-8 after 8. We go to the 9th. Tim Stoddard, he's going to stay out there. Why not? 3-run lead. 3 runs back, actually, I should say. Tom Brookins leads off for the Tigers. He is 1 for 4. Stoddard will go ahead and he will pitch to Brookins. Stoddard will stay on the mound. 55, that's a base hit for Brookins. Single into right field. And he gets the steal sign. So Brookins gets his 2nd hit of the ball game. And he gets the steal. He has a stolen base rating of 14. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 2 for 5, 2 singles. Does Brookins get a chance to steal? He had 10 to 14, and his jump rating is a 5. Now we'll leave him there. Stoddard will pitch. 26 against a righty. It's a base hit. Whitaker's got a single. That's going to be a base hit for Whitaker. It's going to be through the infield, and Brennan Brookins is going to hold at second base. So that's a hit for Whitaker, and that's his 3rd. Here's Trammell, and that's going to be it for Stoddard. Stoddard coming out of the game. The Orioles are going to the bullpen. So they're going to bring out a new pitcher to pitch to Trammell. And they're going to go with... I don't think they would bring in Tippy in this situation. They're going to bring in Dan Moro. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dan Morogello. You have lemon jello, and now you have Dan Moro. I think it's Morogello or Morogello. Somebody make sure I name his name. Dan Morogello. I'm not sure that's pronounced that way. No wins, a loss, a save, a 132 whip. Morogello. Let's see here. Morgiello. Thank you. Dan Morgiello. Morogello. Another great baseball name. Brookins on at second, Whitaker on at first. Morogello is going to be a C pitcher. So he'll be a C. So Brookins at second, Whitaker at first. Trammell the batter now. Trammell is 2 for 4. A single and a double and a walk. Nobody out, top of the ninth. 32. That's going to be an out. That's a big out, too. That's going to be an out. And it will be a fly out to right field. Brookins will advance. If he's a slow runner, he holds. Brookins is a fast runner. He'll get to third, and that's out number 1. So fly ball to right field, 1 down. And here's Herndon. Herndon is 3 for 5 with 3 singles. He's had a good night tonight. Runners at the corners now with 1 out in the top of the ninth. Tigers lead 11-8. Morgiello will pitch. 63, and that's an out. And let's see what we got. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. But the runner on third all advance. So it's deep to left. Lowenstein makes the catch, but Brookins will score. It's 12-8 Tigers. Stadium groans. Tigers now with a 12-8 lead. As the sacrifice fly will bring in the run. RBI for Herndon. And now the batter is Parrish. There are 2 outs. Parrish is 1 for 5 with a single. Whitaker holds on at first. Morogello will pitch to Parrish. It is 12-8 in favor of the Tigers, top of the ninth. Pitch from Morogello. 44, that's going to be a 9, and that's going to be a double for Lance Parrish. The Tigers are just pouring it on in this ball game, and that's going to be a double to right field. First to hold scores if weak or average arm. That is right field. That is Dwyer. He has a weak arm. Whitaker will come in. He will score. Parrish holds at second. It's 13-8 in favor of the Tigers. Stadium groans. So now a 13-8 score as Whitaker comes in on a double by Parrish. And right now, just nothing going right for the Orioles today. The next batter is Walkenfuss. He's got 2 bombs. And Morgiello is going to stay out there, might as well. And now it's a 13-8 lead for the Cats. Top of the ninth, still 2 outs. The Orioles can't get out of the inning. Morgiello will pitch. 35, and he's a C pitcher. That's a base hit. It's a single. And it will be a base hit to left field. Parrish, fast runner advances. Slower average runner holds. With 2 outs, it's an assist. Parrish is a fast runner. He will come around. He will score. It's 14-8 Tigers. Stadium cries. RBI single by Walkenfuss, and now it's 14-8. As the Tigers right now just pouring it on the Orioles. In a game that looked like maybe the Orioles were going to go ahead and win it. But right now, just nothing happening here. for the Orioles. Now 14-8. That's it for Morgello as he pitched like Jello. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Orioles. And they're just going to go ahead and bring out Storm Davis, starter, but he did have relief appearances. 13 wins, 7 losses, a 122 whip. As Storm Davis is going to come out to pitch. As the Orioles have seen enough out of Jello, and he's going to be a C pitcher as well. So Storm Davis will now pitch for the Orioles. The next batter is Cabell. Walkenfoot's on at first, now 14-8. Davis still 2 outs in the top of the ninth. They just can't get this inning over. Cabell is 2 for 5 with 2 singles. Pitch from Davis, 45. That will end the inning. That's a fly ball to left field. Lowenstein will get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Tigers and a sacrifice fly. And they're all over the Orioles today, 14-8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Dave Gumpert's going to stay on the mound for the Tigers. He's an A pitcher. They'll keep him out there. Now the Orioles are going to try to turn things around. Here's Cal Ripken leading off for the Blackbirds. He's 1 for 4 with a single. So now 14-8 in favor of the Cats here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gumpert's going to pitch. And 23, and a swing and a miss struck him out. He got Ripken. Ripken didn't strike out much, but he will strike out there. 1 down. Here's Murray. Murray is 1 for 3, a double and walked. Gumpert, he'll pitch. 23, swing and a miss, struck him out. He got Murray. 2 down now. As Gumpert doing a job, and the last chance for the Orioles is John Lowenstein. He is 1 for 2, a single, and walked twice. Gumpert, he'll go ahead and pitch to Lowenstein. The fans that are still here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a miracle. And they're not going to get that miracle. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Caught by Trammell. He's got it. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The Tigers go ahead and cage the Orioles tonight. 14-8. Stadium groans. 3 up and 3 down, and the Detroit Tigers will get a big win here on the Orioles. The Tigers will now go to 92-65. The Orioles drop to 93-63. And now the Tigers are now only a game and a half back of second place. But we got a big 10-minute ticker coming up. But first, final line score coming up. For the Tigers, 14 runs, 21 hits, 1 error. For the Orioles, 8 runs, 9 hits, and no errors, mostly because they mostly got their runs because of walks, actually, due to walks. The winning pitcher is Doug Bear. He's going to go ahead and get the win. The loss is going to go to Sammy Stewart. Dave Gumpert did not give up any runs when he came in the inning. He is going to get a hold. So a big win here for the Tigers. They'll take it and now get to a game and a half back of the Orioles for second. Remember, and the Orioles are the 3 seed, which means they can avoid a wild card game if necessary. But we're not done. A very big 10-minute ticker is next. Well, that was an exciting game. Ron McGregor joins us here for FastScore Baseball as he missed the ball game. But that is okay. He can catch it on the replay. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Tigers get a big win here on the Orioles, 14-8. And now the Tigers are now a game and a half behind the Orioles for second. Still lots to happen here. Let's see what happens here on September 27th. First of all, the meaningless games. Toronto at California. Blue Jays 19-22, that is 4. Angels 12-51, that is 6. A win for the Halos. Boston at the Yankees. Let's see here. Boston 18-55, that is 8. Yankees 12-22, that is 3. It's a win for the Bo Sox. Kansas City at Seattle. Royals 7-15, that is 1. Mariners 8-23, that's 2. It's a win for the M's. San Francisco at Atlanta. The Braves have already clinched the division there. Giants 10-14, that is 1. Braves 13-65, that is 9. Although the Braves are still chasing Montreal for the number 1 seed in the National League. But I don't, as important as that could be, nah. Let's see here. See what next. Mets and the Pirates. Mets minus 125, that's 2. Pirates 10-22, that's 2. And they go to extras. Mets roll a 3 plus 0. Pirates roll a 1 plus 0. That's going to be a happy recap for my Mets. Now, let's see what we got here. Cleveland at Milwaukee. With the Tigers winning, the Brewers are now 2.5 behind the Tigers. Brewers need to win a game against Cleveland to stay with them. Indians 12-34, that is 4. Brewers 13-63, that is 8. And the Brewers will stay with the Tigers. Rangers and the Twins. The Rangers are 2 games above 500. They got to get to 82 wins. They do. They're in the postseason. Texas, Minnesota trying to play spoiler. Rangers 9-51. That is 5. Twins 8-24. That is 3. And that's a win for the Rangers. They're now at 80 wins. White Sox and Oakland. Actually, we'll save that game for last. Philadelphia and the Cubs. The Phillies are 3 games back of Montreal for the division. Phillies 6-32, that is 3. Cubs 6-43, and that is 4. And the Expos will have a chance to now take a full 4-game lead on the Phillies for the division. Dodgers, let's go to Montreal. Montreal and the Cardinals. The Expos now have a 3.5-game lead in the National League East. Expos 10-51, and that is 5. Cardinals 5-13, that is 1. And now the Expos have a 4-game lead on the division, and they're 96-66. So that means that the Expos' magic number is 1. So they can clinch that division tomorrow. Now, Dodgers and the Reds. The Dodgers are 79-7. They are tied with the Padres for second in the National League West. The Astros are only a half game back. And I got a better idea. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at it yourself. Might as well show the standings. So, the Dodgers and the Reds. Dodgers 7-24. That is 2. Reds 11-52. That is 6. That game belongs to the Reds, and that's a tough loss for the Dodgers. Padres and the Astros. The Padres are now have a chance to get a better hold on with the Dodgers losing. The Padres now have a chance to get second place, to hold on to second place on their own. The Astros, they're now tied. The Astros are right behind the Dodgers now. Padres, 1064. That is 8. Astros, 1061. That is 7. The Padres now have second place on their own. And the Dodgers now have, and the Astros are back to 500, and the Dodgers now have a half-game lead on the Astros for third in the National League West. Final game, White Sox and Oakland. The White Sox have already clinched number 1, number 2, and clinched the division. The number 2, they can't do any better. The Oakland Athletics have 80 losses. If Oakland loses this game, they are eliminated. White Sox, 17-11. That is 1. Athletics, 661. That is 6. Oakland will win, and they're still alive. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Now we'll take a look at tomorrow's games for the 28th. Let's see what we got. Detroit at Baltimore, we just played them. Toronto and California, no. Cleveland, Milwaukee, no. Texas, Minnesota, no. Boston, Yankees, no. White Sox, Oakland, no, not yet. Kansas City, Seattle, no. Philadelphia, Cubs, no. Giants, Reds, no. Atlanta and the Astros have a doubleheader. That's a big one for the Astros. And we got Dodgers and Padres. And Davo9 says the Dodgers and Padres should be tomorrow night's game. Let's see. I think I'm going to agree with him on that. And I think that should be it. So I agree. Tomorrow night's game will be at Jack Murphy Stadium as the Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the San Diego Padres. It will be inside pitch. Jerry Royce will go for the Dodgers, and Mark Thurman will go for the Padres. Huge game in the National League West. Dodgers, Padres, be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Detroit Tigers, they use their claws and pretty much defeather the Orioles tonight. They win it 14-8. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.